for the exact same reason you had a reaction to it. I if you look at my filmography, I've never done anything like this before. Yeah, I always want to challenge myself as an actor. I want to create work that I would have wanted to see when I started my career and before I even knew that this was or wasn't possible. And the characters are fully realized. It has all the elements of all the things I wanted to do when I was a kid and I wanted to be an actor, which is just the fight scenes and the action. And then it has all the elements of all the things that made me fall in love with acting, which is creating characters with an arc and a story and vulnerability and humor, and to be able to stand beside these beautiful actors like Thuso and Lashana and Sheila and Adrienne and all these beautiful actors, and be able to play, to do what we do as actors. It's like, I don't know if people understand how rare that is. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do it.
Well, it's amazing. So Viola mentioned the kind of physical aspect and the training. And I know that you did a lot of pre-training. You did a lot of training on set, even asking for, I think, extra training. What kept you so motivated to do that?
Like Viola said, I've always wanted to do an action movie. I just didn't know if I could. And so when the opportunity arose, I really wanted my stunts performance to match my acting performance. We put in so much time when it comes to crafting and building and playing with the character, and we knew that we had to do our own stunts here. I didn't want it to fall flat. I didn't want it to be that thing of, she's a good actress, but decent when it comes to stunts, because even in the stunts that we were doing, we're still telling a story, right? We see that each different character fights in different ways because of who they are as people. And so that was very important to me, which is why I put myself through Muay Thai before we even started pre-production training. And again, asking for extra time, which was supposed to be just for me. It's unfortunate that, it was passed on to everybody else. But I'd rather suffer as a collective than an individual. So
that's right. Absolutely.
And Viola, was there a day on set that was particularly tough or challenging? I know that, physically it must have been quite tough, but was there a day on set that was mentally challenging as well?
Oh my God, every day. Every day was mentally challenging. You know what? I will tell you, strangely enough, because I don't think that people would think about this if they saw the movie. The moment that was the most challenging is when I am with the Mensa and I say, I know who the beast is, and the beast is me. And the reason why, because I understand that as an actor, to get to the point where you make the connection that you are the person and the beast that's getting in your way, that you are the orchestrator of your own demise. I think that moment is hard to get to as a human being. So to get to it as a character, I had a lot of problems with that scene before I really had a revelation.
Wow, it really, I love that, but it really stood out. You two working together, how was that for both of you?
Well,
I had the time of my life. Yeah, honestly. I met Viola during my audition process. We had a creative conversation. It was a place where my voice mattered, my thoughts mattered. Viola would reach out to me like during pre-production, reading through the script. She'd be up at 1 a.m. researching. Yeah. And I was like, oh, wait, what?
Menopause hours.
Like,
hormone reset.
I wake up at 1 a.m. It was great. She's a generous actress. She's hilarious. Never did I ever feel like I have to prove myself to her. Never did I feel like I was intimidated. Moments on set, like I think that one scene that to be a warrior, you must kill your tears. That moment with her taking the machete from Nawi, that wasn't in the script, but we're constantly finding things. This doesn't sit well. This doesn't feel right. Talking to Gina, because it was also very important for us that a humanity is given to the characters at every point in time. we're not doing, Black bodies on display for the sake of entertainment.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you something about Thuso. She runs very fast. And guess what? I had to run with her. And so that scene where she runs and I go, run, and she took off. I said, wait a minute, cut. I said, listen, I had about 2 takes in me. And I think I actually wiped out during that scene once. I skinned my knee or something like that. And Thuso looked at me like, okay, let's get up, do it again.
It was the end of the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey, you guys.